To the other developer conference that we had on Friday, live streamed by Valve. And it seems like initially I got the info that it was basically invitation only, but if I read the other article here at Gaming on Linux correctly, it was always to be meant to be public. So nevertheless, my impression of watching the conference was definitely that it was targeted to developers that are not yet that familiar with Linux and especially the Steam Deck. And yeah, so the information that they presented there, however, were nevertheless very comprehensive. For me personally, not much new information, but they went into several nice details that were good new information for the community. And the article that I have up from Gaming on Linux here is basically good summary. You will find the link to that in the show notes. I am actually going to repost those in the live stream chat as well again. I posted them initially, but it has been some time, so I'm posting them. Okay, and I'm not going through all the technical details that they discussed there right now because it was really a lot. So they went through the architecture of the Steam Deck, component choices, how everything is going to interact with each other, and yeah. It's one thing that really surprised me, actually. I don't know why I did not really have it on in my head correctly, but I thought that the Steam Deck would be running a Zen 3 CPU. So the current generation that is currently available for desktop and mobile. And during the presentation, I was actually confused because they showed slides that it was Zen 2. And I read it up, and yeah, it is Zen 2. So the comparable to the Ryzen 3000 processors. And yeah, we were discussing this, I think yesterday, and I checked some community conversations about that since then, and the logical explanation why AMD is using that particular architecture is that there is no Zen 3 based APU architecture at the moment. AMD is actually developing that in parallel to the Stream Deck APU, but with Vega graphics. I'm still confused why they're not developing this with RDNA 2 right away, but yeah. Probably their approach is with the Vega graphics. They are a bit more energy efficient than the RDNA 2, but I don't know. Really, I don't really know that. Now I'm having a Bluetooth hiccup. audio seems to still be there, so I'm going to continue. Yeah. One other thing that during the conference that really caught my eye was that Valve is going to allow third-party stores, so launchers. They named it during the conference. It was actually also a Q&A question. But if you enable launchers from different providers, for example, the Epic launcher is also store. So you have the ability to buy games and apps from other providers, and this intrigued me because recently I wrote an article about the whole App Store debacle. I show this one here as well. Where we currently have lawsuits between Epic Games and Apple regarding the conditions in those stores and so on and so forth. And as I wrote in this article here, for me, the most important thing in regards to what to allow on the device is the usage scope of the device. And Valve was pretty clear in their communication there, because they said the Steam Deck, first of all, is a gaming device, but it is basically a desktop, so a normal PC. So in the end, you can do whatever you want with it. Yeah, but what they're focusing on is providing the best gaming the best gaming experience first, and everything else will be second. And that's why they are also, as far as I understand, focusing primarily on getting the current catalog working through Wine and Proton on Linux, and not pushing developers to do native ports, because that lowers the barrier of entry for those developers. And once they have established this new platform as the Steam OS / Steam Deck gaming platform, then with the user base that will result out of that, then you have a lot more missing the word. Companies have a lot more interest in investing and developing native versions that benefit much more from the efficiencies that you have on Linux.